Welcome to the Survivor Fans Podcast. I'm Joanne.
And I'm Stacy. We're here with JT from Survivor Game Changers, Tocantins, and Heroes vs. Villains.
Hi, JT. Thanks for speaking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Did you consider not playing Survivor again, or was that an easy yes for you?
It was an easy yes for me. I love the game and respect the game so much, I couldn't say no if I wanted to.
How did your family react when you told them you were going to play again?
They were, excited, but also like, oh God, you sure you want to do this again? Yeah, they were dreading it for me more so than I was, but also excited.
How long did you have to prepare once you knew you were going to play again?
Not very long, maybe a few weeks, maybe 4 weeks at the most.
Did you do anything different to prepare this time?
No, I didn't. And my situation is a little different probably than most. As far as like preparation and training, all for me is basically getting everything taken care of where I can be gone for that amount of time. It's like, the farm, and it's an everyday job, and I really have to do a lot to make it possible for me to go. And so my focus pregame is basically on getting my life where I can leave.
So what was your reaction when you first saw who the other returning players were?
I was excited. There was a lot of people I've always thought I would enjoy playing with on here, as well as a couple of people I was not looking forward to playing with, obviously from past relationships on the show, like Sari. I was kind of excited about her too, but again, worried about her. I thought it was an opportunity to team up with Sari and do something big and go far in the game with her, which was my plan out the gate, was to approach her and be like, hey, instead of coming after each other and both of us going home pretty early, how about let's team up and be the least expecting duo and take it to the end. But unfortunately, after talking with Sari on the beach, the opening day I got a very bad vibe, and I had to immediately change my game plan pretty quick.
Give us a short description of how you think the other people on the new Nuku tribe were playing the game. Let's start with Aubrey.
Aubrey, I felt like it was a lot like her first season. She was put on the outs early of her tribe, and she was playing a very smart game for her situation. I mean, she had to lay low, but she was also willing to work with anybody that would work with her, because she's a smart person and plays the game great. And I feel like done well to be in there as long as she has already. Sandra immediately wanted her gone. I picked that up immediately when we all started to form the new tribe.
How about Varner?
Varner, he played a typical Varner game, which was I had to buy a ticket to the merge, and that was it. I mean, he just done whatever he thought Sandra was his ticket to the merge, and hopefully it works out for him, but it's just not a gameplay that's probably going to be respected by many.
And Sandra?
Sandra completely flipped her script this time. I think she played a different game than she has previously. I think that it may have gotten to her head a little bit about being a two-time winner, and it essentially caused her to change her gameplay. And I think for the worst, personally.
And what about Michaela?
I don't know if Michaela's gameplay ever exists. I mean, I just don't know. I haven't seen it. I didn't get to watch her first season, and this season was tough to be a part of with her because everyone on the tribe was ready. She's very abrasive and non-productive at camp, and just the challenges we had to basically baby feed her everything we'd done as a team. We had to let her tell us what she was going to do with the challenges, and we'd all figure out how we could help best help the team after that. It was kind of one of those deals. How
did the Game Changers title affect your game?
I think Game Changers definitely affected my game, the title, because it gives people, in my opinion, like, Sierra, one of the first to go, I think, it just gave people that were already itching to make a bad move another reason to try to prove themselves. In my opinion, now I'm a game changer, I got to prove it, which is a bad thing because people start making illogical decisions, which, basically put them where I'm at now.
Explain a little bit more about how you felt that Michaela was a little unstable and had lost her bearings out there.
It was really tough to be around Michaela out there, but she was very demanding and very selfish, and in team challenges, it's very difficult for team players and people that are trying to do the best for the tribe to put up with that, when they're at their worst. I mean, when they're hungry and trying to win at all costs, then you got to baby feed somebody like Kayla, and it didn't quite show because of the whole kiss between her and me once going home. It didn't quite give the opportunity for everyone to see how abrasive Michaela was, especially at challenges. Like in the challenge last night, she chose to dig up the bags because that's what she chose to do, but she was so upset because she felt like her ability wasn't being portrayed fairly. So she was mad about that, and she'd done a great job of digging up the sandbags, but when she came back to the tribe, she would throw them at us at our feet, and we would have to take the time to run them. If they didn't hit us in the leg or something and wound us, we'd have to take the time to find the pieces she threw at us. All for what reason, who knows? But we're trying to win for the team, and it's really tough to have someone like Michaela out there and have to put up with that, I mean, it's really tough. And we were all on the same page about that, which is what led to me not bringing my idol, was that we were all going to be so happy Michaela left that it was almost like a no-brainer vote. I quickly saw that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
With her travel.
Who did you have an alliance with on New Nuku?
Malcolm before that disaster, and Malcolm and Aubrey and I were tied. And they would vote with me as long as we had the numbers, which we didn't have the numbers unless Michaela, Varner, or Sandra either came on board or were gone. So I had 2 people, but I had to have 3 to be safe. So I was on the bottom until I had one more person.
And what was the nature of your alliance prior to that? What was going on with you and Brad?
Well, Brad, in the original Nuku, Brad and I, we were all solid. And we were really solid, actually. Brad, myself, Ozzy, Sarah, and Sierra were tied alliance. And it didn't make any sense for Brad, to me, not to stay tight with the alliance and get rid of Sandra when he had nothing but to gain out of that situation.
So, JT, how long did it take you to find the clue to the idol, and had you not looked there the previous 11 days?
Oh, I looked every single day. Every day I was on the island, I looked at least a little bit, but in the former Nuku tribe, Ty looked all the time. But I was really less worried about idol then because we were in solid control of the situation. But once we merged or swapped and I was outnumbered, obviously, I hunted every second, every chance I got. And even I even let them know. I mean, sometimes I didn't have the opportunity to sneak off, but they just had to know I was looking because I was on the bottom. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? But, I looked everywhere. I mean, there's so many big trees out there with hiding spots in them that it was like an endless treasure map, and we just kept looking and looking. But I knew eventually, it was only a matter of time. I've almost searched every inch of this place, but eventually I would find it. And I was so excited and thought, this will help me on down the road. Surely I wouldn't need it to get rid of Michaela, but Sandra based her decision based solely on vengeance, which was uncharacteristic of Sandra's gameplay.
Did you tell anyone you had it?
I did not. Immediately when I found it, I went straight to the top of Lookout Mountain, which was a little spot me and Culpepper found early in the game. It had amazing views, but it was very remote and hard to get to. Physically impossible for Sandra or Varner to get there. So it was like a good spot to hide it. And I immediately went up there and hid it before I was caught with it in my possession, which then made for a hard retrieval because at the point, then right before Tribal, Varner and Sandra was with me the entire time we were talking gameplay. And for me at that point to go get it was going to basically blow my cover. But had I known I needed it, it wouldn't have mattered, but made it a little difficult to get before the Tribal without giving it up.
So that's where you left it?
That's where it is today, I'm sure.
Did you think your tribe believed you didn't give Brad Sierra's name?
No, I'm sure they probably did think I did, but I was in a situation where I couldn't say, yeah, I did, and told him to vote Sandra because Sandra's right in front of me. So I was basically thought, I couldn't say, no, it's supposed to be you going home, not Malcolm. So I had to just kind of stick to my guns and play it on. But that being, when Malcolm left, it really, really hurt me big time, and I knew that. But I had to go forward from there, and so I spent time with Varner and Sandra, and basically, gave them the pitch I had, which was, when we merged or swapped, you want to be with Michaela, who has no connections and no possibility of getting y'all another day in this game, or you want to go with me, who's somebody like me who's played this whole game with everybody out here except Haley and Troy Xander, the only 2 people I haven't slept beside in the shelter at this point. So it was basically I got all the contacts in the world, and I can help us win challenges versus Michaela, which everyone was ready to see go anyway. So that's what led me to believe I wouldn't need my idol.
What all did you tell Brad during that previous tribal council, and what were you trying to accomplish when you first went to talk to him?
Just simply, we're voting Sierra. If y'all have an idol, I didn't say it. This part was for him to figure out. If y'all have an idol, play it for Sierra. Simple as that. But I said, vote Sandra. It was basically, he could have voted Sandra, Varner, or Michaela, would have been fine. But I just needed to take control of my situation in my tribe. In order to do that, I had to get one of those 3 gone. So for Culpepper, he was protected. All you need to know is if you got an idol, play it for Sierra and vote Sandra, and all our lives will be better. That's basically where I was at. I thought he was a lot. I had way too much stock in Culpepper. I mean, we were a tight alliance to begin with, but I was soon to find out it was only the buying time.
Were you angry at Brad for the Malcolm vote, and would that have stopped you from wanting to align with him after the merge?
I would have definitely been wary of Brad. It would have only been a matter of time before I got some answers from him. Of course, I wouldn't have never aligned with Brad after the merge had I made it so easily. I may have still done it if it was beneficial for me, but that's the only way. There was no mutual respect for each other after that.
So did you have any injuries or health issues while you were out there?
I actually did. I hurt my shoulder. I tore a muscle in my shoulder. And one of the challenges I think it's the one where I had to like drag Michaela through it. It was so the next challenge. Okay, so the challenge reward challenge we won when Malcolm was with us. We had to balance first, and then Malcolm threw the balls through the bags and knocked the ponds down. I actually hurt my shoulder the day previous to that, and it was very tough to just balance the thing and go under those obstacles with a hurt shoulder. But obviously, I was definitely more than willing to do it.
Was there anything you wish had been shown about you we didn't get to see this time?
No, I mean, it was portrayed as it was. Unfortunately, I would rather see some of the moves work than not work, but there's no doubt about it. You get what you think you're getting with me. Somebody's going to play 100%. I'm not going to be scared to make moves. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but I'll always be loyal as long as I can to my alliances, you know.
How did you feel when you saw that it was Sandra who ate the sugar?
It all made more sense to me because I'd always been suspicious of why Sandra kept nagging that on the whole time. Like, it was not that big a deal, but Sandra always brought it up. And it was almost like she was pitching us against each other. Well, it's exactly what she was doing, come to find out, you know. It makes all the sense in the world now. And that was a great move to help secure my idol not making it into trouble, you know. Great on her, but I think overall it was a horrible decision. What is she left with now?
Was there anything else that you saw on TV that surprised you when you saw it?
No, I don't think so. Not really. Other than that simple fact there. And, you know, I was almost surprised to see that Culpepper obviously blatantly did not vote Sandra, you know, whereas, you know, he sold it to me like, you know, he had no control. They had to vote Malcolm, when it was definitely not the case. He chose to make that decision. That's one of his proudest strategic moves.
How did Malcolm react when you first saw him at Ponderosa?
Oh, man, he was disgusted like I was. I mean, he knew I wanted to see him go as much as he did, you know. It was just a victim. I mean, just the collateral damage of Culpepper not holding up to his end of the deal for me and making what I did a bad decision, no doubt, because it burnt me in the end. It burnt Malcolm as well. Malcolm's deserving to be there as I am. We both put it all on the line at challenge. We give it our all, so Malcolm was definitely not someone I want to see go home. There's collateral damage for sure.
If you were asked, would you play again?
I'd have to. I don't think I could. I respect the game so much and thankful for every opportunity.
What's next for you?
Well, back to what I do most, and that's work and live life. You know, if the opportunity comes, I'll be ready.
Well, JT, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today, and good luck to you, and congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.